1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Banjo Land, Mike Hedding here, coming to you today with an original composition. I worked up a little tune in A minor called the A minor workout. Basically just a little lesson to help you get familiar with the key of A minor, some of the other minor chords you're going to use in that key, and again, some licks that sound great in A minor. I did a lesson a few months back called the E minor workout, and I had a request from someone in the audience if I could do one in the key of A minor. Happy to oblige. So I'm going to break down the whole solo note for note. You know, show you, break through all the tricky parts, show you how my recommended left and right hand fingerings for all the parts, and then I'll show you a bunch of backup stuff I would do. So how to play easy down the neck, back up, you know, with these chords, how to do some more up the neck, advanced backup. We're going to break it all down. And if you're watching the preview of this lesson, you can head over to my website, MikeHeddingMusic.com, and grab the full lesson there. You'll get access to watch all the videos, and you can download the tabs and the practice tracks. All right, here's the A minor workout lesson for banjo. All right, let's start breaking down this A minor workout beginner banjo lesson. So remember, I'm just in standard G tuning. I haven't altered my fifth string or anything. I always like playing out of standard G tuning whenever possible. So I just kept this in standard G tuning. So let me play the first 5 measures and then we'll start breaking it down. Here we go. Do that a few times. 1. One more time, a little faster. Okay, so we're going to start with our pickup in measure 1, and we're going to start on the 2nd fret of the 4th string on beat 2. We're going to play that note with the thumb of our right hand, our second finger, our middle finger of our left hand. Play that note twice, and then the open 3rd string. So all quarter notes there, so don't rush. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we're doing there, not too hard. Do that one more time. 1. And then for measure 2, we're going to put our second finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, basically go into our 3-finger A minor chord. You might have learned the full A minor this way, but I usually don't do that often in real life banjo playing. I'd rather do it this way, leave my pinky freed up, and then if I need to get that lower string, I just move my second finger back and forth. So that's what I like to do. So again, I play that with my second finger, and then we're going to walk up to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, which will be the beat 1 of measure 2. So you have 1. And then you're going to go into this position. It's basically your C chord with your middle finger moved to the 3rd string. We're going to hit that note, and then do 2 forward rolls, T-I-M, so strings 3, 2, 1. So that's measure 2. You have just looping measure 2 there. Make sure you give beat 1 a full quarter note, so it's 1, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Another little tip is with your second finger, make sure you're not pushing too hard. If I push too hard, it basically puts that note a little bit sharp. So be careful, don't push any harder than you need to. You also need to make sure your bridge is in the right spot. But again, if you push too hard, it's gonna bend that note sharp a little bit. So just be careful not to push too hard there. So let's do measures 1 and 2. Here we go. So not too hard there. 1. Measure 3, forward reverse roll on the A minor chord, and we're going to just do a quick open 2 hammer on the 3rd string. So keep rolling forward, T-I-M, and then hit the 5th string, and then come backwards, M-I-T. So we have. Don't hammer on too fast there. If you're having trouble with that hammer on, just take it out and get the timing down. measures 2 and 3 together. We have. Notice how we're also using our 5th string very lightly there. We didn't retune it to A, and you can use the G note over an A minor chord. It kind of makes like an A minor 7, which can sound kind of cool. I kind of would avoid the 5th string on some of the other chords, the D minor and the E7, but for the A minor you can get away with hitting the 5th string if you want to. So we have 1. One more time, a little faster. 1. Now measure 4, keep your 2nd finger down, and your 1st finger actually, and then we're going to do a 1-3 hammer-on the 2nd string. Your thumb of your right hand is going to come down, you're going to do thumb middle. So you have to work on getting the correct angle of your wrist. You can't be back too much like this, otherwise you won't be able to do that hammer-on, you'll be muting that 1st string. So keep your hand out enough when you do that measure 3 A minor roll. And right here, take your 3rd finger off, and you're going to hammer on 1 to 3 on the 2nd string. And then you're in this 2-finger D minor chord, and then you're going to add your pinky to make it the full D minor. So we have, and then right here, keep rolling forward, TIM twice, and then add your pinky the 2nd time. And then into measure 5, it continues. Keep that same shape down, roll those 3 strings again. Take your pinky off, and then do thumb middle 3rd string 1st string. So not too hard there. Let's do that on its own. We have. I basically just added that pinky to create a little bit of melodic movement. You could also just roll open, but it's a little bit more interesting to add that pinky. Hear how it gives it a little bit of melodic movement there? The other thing I do is kind of accent my middle finger there. If you're having trouble, just do the right hand on its own. Just pretending they're all zeros. The left hand back. I think the key there is keeping your fingers down when you do that A minor in measure 3. Right here, keep these 2 down. If you lift everything up, you'll have to put them right back down on the same spot, and it breaks up the flow of the song. So keep those down. Let's do that one more time. That's measures 4 and 5. Alright, so let's do 4 and 5 one more time, so here we go. Now measure 6, we're going to go into an E7 chord, so you're in this position. You're basically going to move your 1st finger to the 1st fret of the 3rd string, put your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and you're just going to play the top 3 strings. You're going to roll forward TIM. So it's basically like your C chord, just with your 1st finger moved to the 3rd string. And again, I'm kind of omitting the 5th string there. So again, we roll on that D minor. And then right here, put your 1st finger on the 1st fret and roll forward TIM. And then you do a quarter note on beat 2, so 1 and 2. And that'll free you up to move your 2nd finger from 2 to 4 on the 3rd string. So slide that forward while doing a forward roll. So we have. And then one more note, the 4th fret one more time. And then we're going to do like a little, kind of mimicking a melodic lick, but you're going to keep your 2nd finger right where it is, put your 3rd finger on the 5th fret, and we're going to play the top 3 strings. And it's basically like a E7 chord, just like a partial E7 chord. So you roll across the bar line into measure 7, and we're going to play index middle, and then take your third finger off and do one more roll. And then use those open strings to get back down to this A minor. So let's practice that. It's easier to play than explain, I think. So we have... Let's do that a few times. So we have... So I like to accent that index finger in measure 7 a little bit. That helps the melody, or the kind of the lick, pop out a little bit. So we have a little faster. So we have... Again, we're going from this D minor to this E7, and then you're basically kind of sliding up into this E chord, except we're using different fingers, and then we're not having our pinky on, which makes it a 7th chord, which kind of sounds cool. So again, we go, and then we're using the open strings to help us get back down. So you basically keep your second finger down that whole time when you slide up. And then right here, measure 8, we're going to do a little A minor lick. So you hit the 2nd fret for a quarter note, and then thumb's going to come up to thumb middle, and then a little 2 open pull off, so thumb index with your right hand, and I like pushing for that pull off, and then 2nd fret on the 4th string, 2nd fret on the 1st string. That's just like a little fill lick. You might have seen something similar on of that style lick over a C chord if you ever played like what's that song Earl does? Flint Hill Special uses a lick like that. Basically a similar lick, now we're just doing it over an A minor chord. So again, we slide up on that E7, here's 6 and 7 into 8. So we have... And that's into measure 9. Hit that 2nd fret again, do thumb middle, and then I use my index finger here of my right hand. You could use your thumb, but you're going to hit the 1st fret 2nd string, and then open 1st string. That's another kind of fill lick that's going to set up the second half of the solo. Make sure you're giving the quarter notes plenty of value. So that's up to measure 9. Let's play all the way up to measure 9. Here we go. 1. Do that a couple times, a little faster. 1. One more time, real slow. 1.